Haven't you already laughed so hard that you burst into tears? Are these two emotions so different? Joker is a character from DC Comics. The world of superheroes and supervillains have been invading our screens for the past years. But Joker, released in 2019, can be considered a little different. Let us see what type of hero we have here. Firstly, a hero who seems to be overwhelmed by his emotions. The exacerbation of emotions is remarkably performed by the actor Joaquin Phoenix. The film, just like a roller coaster, takes the audience on a wild ride through a whirlwind of emotions. The rhythm of the movie and the pictures perfectly mirror that effect. The audience discovers Arthur Fleck going up and down the stairs all the time. Here are just a few examples. At the beginning of the film, he drags himself up the flight of steps in a very grey picture. When he kills his third victim, it's at the bottom of a flight of steps in the subway. He leaves his job after having been fired, dancing down the stairs. He goes to the hospital to steal his mother's medical file, which he reads in the stairs, a harsh moment of truth. And a scene that I don't even need to introduce is the famous scene that has become legend now, when Arthur Fleck fully embraces Joker dancing down the stairs on Gary Glitter's song in a flaming red suit. It's not for nothing that the image was chosen for the film poster. Secondly, a hero who rises and falls. The hero goes up and down several times, and the scenes with the stairs are usually combined with scenes in a lift, an elevator. Indeed, he takes the lift in his building, and one scene is quite striking when his neighbour pretends to shoot herself in the head. What a prediction. At the hospital, before stealing the medical file, he goes into an elevator with an ill person who's attached to a bed, thrashing his arms and legs in total silence. Just before the scene when he dances on the steps, he takes the lift in his building. This rise and fall movement gives considerable rhythm to the film from the beginning to the end. The audience is like clinging onto their seats not to fall off. We could say that the audience is nearly physically active. But these scenes go even further than that. It's as if the opening of the lift doors imitate a curtains up, revealing Arthur Fleck, or Joker, on stage. Thirdly, a hero who runs. In addition to all the stairs and lifts, there's also the running. Arthur is always running away from someone or something. The last scene of the movie shows Arthur running in the corridor of the hospital, an open-ended scenario with red footprints left on the white floor. Those footprints could represent the killing, of course, of Arthur Fleck's psychiatrist. But symbolically speaking, a part of Fleck's body is being revealed, exposed, his bare feet. In mythology, feet represent vulnerability. We have Oedipus with his pierced feet, or Achilles' heel. And this idea could be applied to Arthur Fleck. It would seem that he leaves that room, leaving behind him red footprints, releasing himself from his own vulnerable self and embracing his new self, Joker, like a scene of rebirth. This breathtaking rhythm perfectly reflects Arthur's emotional state. He bursts out laughing, and in a beat of an eyelash, he can switch his face off completely, like one of the scenes at his work. His reactions are close to a child who cannot yet control his emotions. Giving the character a childlike mannerism with a high-pitched voice, his obsession in finding a father figure with Murray or Thomas Wayne, the double Oedipus complex, he kills his mother and his father, and his disturbing relation to his body. Which leads me to my final part, a hero who transforms physically. This last idea is interesting to study because the audience does see Arthur Fleck bare-chested 7 times in the movie, not to mention the images of naked bodies glued into his journal. And nearly each time he's bare-chested, he dances his bewitching dance. He plays with his body, he's experimenting with it, he's learning how to master it. He can't always control his own emotions. When he's in difficulty, he bursts out laughing, but his body can express and release them. His body appears beaten, tortured. He suffered from child abuse, and the audience witnesses the transformation of his body, which was first bent over like a hunchback, to then become hailed by his followers when he stands up straight, arms stretched out on the car at the end of the film. The phoenix is reborn from the ashes. The freak, the trash, has become a hero, a symbol for the underdogs of society. He is the perfect incarnation of the anti-hero and the hero on the margins of society, the exiled, the excluded. This character also embodies universal themes such as the wearing of the mask. The mask in ancient Greek drama was used to enhance the actor, to make him visible for the audience. It's exactly what Arthur Fleck is trying to do. He wears a mask not to hide, but to exist in the eyes of the others. Who is actually wearing the mask? Is it Arthur or Joker? The semantics is also interesting here because of his name, Fleck. Arthur says to his mother, "I've always hated that name." That name, not my name. Fleck has this insignificance attached to it, something little, something poor, a fleck of dust. He needs another name to be taken more seriously. Because indeed, no one takes him seriously until the end. He confesses his crimes twice without anyone believing him. He's fed up of being someone he's not. So hold on to your seats when you watch Joker, because the film will take you on an emotional and physical ride. Thank you very much and see you soon.